We'll check something really quick. Okay, cool. The sound was just spiking a lot, and I was like, why? But it's connecting to the snowball, so should be good. Alrighty, so we should all be good. Huzzah! Stream time. Today is mine and my husband's 8th anniversary married. 14 together. So taking the day off. So we're going off to fancy dinner tonight. And he bought me a ton of stuff. So I figured I would show it off. Which is pretty cool. One of the things I don't have on camera is like a 3D scanner thing, which is used for like making STLs, so you can like scan stuff and make STLs out of them, which seems pretty damn cool. Though I don't immediately have any ideas for it, it seems very helpful. But it's in like a case, and you gotta pull it all out and stuff, so like, not gonna show it off on stream, but it's pretty cool. Really neat, weird idea, but definitely one of those things I think I'm going to be able to find uses for, you know, like if I want like an extra cannon bit or an extra arm of this or that, I should be able to scan it now and make a copy, which is pretty dope. But he also got me a metric shit ton of chaos shitheads, which is super useful. I was asking him for some of these chaos cultist kind of guys, because I looked through my collection and it was one of the things I really didn't have. Hello. But yeah, the chaos cultists and chaos pirates and space pirates and stuff like that is one of the things in the collection I just didn't have. So I decided I would pick some up from 40k because a bunch of new ones just came out. Just pretty dope. So we'll take a look at those and check them all out, see what they got and stuff. A little bit cheating on the blooded. A little bit cheating on these guys because I already opened them up. But we'll start with them because they're the cheater ones. So, alright, so I already opened these guys up. What is this? This is the Blooded Kill Team. From Kill Team, I believe, Morok. It's basically like Chaos Imperial Guard. Pretty cool. You get a bunch of different guys, and then you get 2 models that are on one sprue from Necromunda. Not Necromunda, from Blackstone Fortress. You get this Chaos Ogren and the Commissar here, and they're from Blackstone Fortress. And then all these guys here are new, and they're like Chaos Guardsmen. I thought they would be particularly good because I thought they would make really cool space pirates. I thought they'd be really, really good for space pirates. So I already built these guys. This is the Ogren. He's pretty cool. He's got a kind of like an elephant face to him, which I think is pretty neat. Pretty dope. And the Commissar, not super big fan of the Commissar. It's just a pose or something. He's kind of a crappy model, to be honest. Not a big fan of him. Those 2 models are push fit. Mine, the pegs, like the holes that the pegs go into, the holes were partially filled. So, I mean, keep that in mind when you build yours. Watch to make sure your holes aren't partially filled. Weirdest sentence. But yeah, let's check them out. Like I said, cheated on these already because I already opened them up. A bunch of bases. I think these are 25s. Now this is like an expansion sprue. It's pretty cool. Some really neat stuff on here. Like little swords, a hatchet, There's like hands for medical stuff. Yeah. There's a hand holding like a syringe. This one here is for a mace. There's like a shotgun. There's a big freaking riot shield. There's some kind of like power axe. A couple more daggers and a whole bunch of other heads. So this is like an expansion sprue, it feels like, to be honest. It's kind of put in there. And then you have the main sprue here, which is pretty much just your guys, right? A whole bunch of different chests and stuff. And some different backpacks. There's like a comm backpack. There's some commander backpacks there and there. This one's a little boring. It doesn't have anything fancy on it. And this one's all rifles. Neat thing here, sniper rifle. This hand where the guy's like is really neat. I like that one. Chainsword, flamethrower, bolter, melta. There's a grenade launcher that's really cool. Grenade launcher is super dope. There's also a plasma and like a ton of different pistols. So like here's just a jagged metal sword, I guess, if you don't want the chain sword. And there's a bolt pistol, las pistol, plasma pistol, an auto pistol. There's a bunch of nice options on here. There really is. And then even more options is this, like add-on sprue. So pretty dope. I'm looking forward to building them up. They're gonna make really cool space pirates. Each one of these is going to give you a couple different options for each guy. So you can build the 2 different leaders, or you can build the medic, or just a trooper. I think you can probably put those arms and heads on different guys, and they'll be fine. Do I know that 100% for sure? No. But just from like a quick glance, that's kind of how it looks. It looks like you'll be able to do that. So if you don't necessarily want like one of these 3 options, you might be able to take options from a different guy and put it on there instead. But there's definitely some really cool ones. I really like the flamethrower guy. He's really neat. I like the sniper a lot too. But you get 10 troopers and then the two Blackstone Fortress models. Yeah, I like this guy too. And grenade launcher is really neat. So is the riot shield. That one's really cool too. So yeah, so there's a whole bunch of options, and then these guys, they don't have any options. The Ogren does have a head option, but like honestly, always going for the elephant head is the correct choice. So I'm excited to see how these guys build, because their instructions are so like option heavy. I really hope it's not a situation where like, if I want the medic, I can't make the captain. You know what I mean? Because they've done that before, and then sometimes you really can mix and match them. They just don't show you it in the instructions. So fingers crossed it's not stupid. We shall see. But that's the blooded. Cold-blooded. Next, let's open up the oldest model that I got, oldest model set that I got, which are these guys here. We'll open them up next. So, Blackstone Fortress models are bound today. This is a set of Chaos Cultists from Blackstone Fortress. They used to come in a set called the Servants of the Abyss, and it was pretty much just these guys, right? And they were there for Blackstone Fortress. The really nice thing about this is that these guys match these guys, and they match these guys. So if you're looking for chaos, like pirate kind of models, if you pick them up, you basically have like a crazy weird set of minis to use for that. These are not particularly useful for 40k. As a matter of fact, I don't think they're useful at all. Like, you cannot make a unit out of these. Like, you get 8 guys. So, like, I don't... like, they're selling them for 40k, but I have no idea why they're for 40k. Because, like, you really can't make a unit out of them, right? Because it's like a grenade launcher and auto rifles and 2 different kinds of commanders and then like a heavy gun. Like, it's super weird. But yeah, these are just the guys from Blackstone Fortress. This guy's really cool. I've actually never built him before. These guys I have built because they came in one of the desktop games, or one of the bookshelf games. Sorry, from Barnes & Noble. So I actually have built these guys, but I really wanted another set so I could have like a whole like set of matching pirates and stuff and paint them all alike and everything. Plus, that way I can leave the other guys in their desktop, in their bookshelf game in case I ever play it with anybody. So, well, that's pretty cool. You got a big, heavy, like, 50 cal auto gun. You got a grenade launcher. You got this lady with her auto pistol. There's a guy carrying his ammo box. The chain sword. And then... yeah, I'll just pretty much peg it together. Nothing really crazy in the instructions. They're like, they are super useful for what I want these models for, and basically completely useless if you want to play 40k with them. So like for me, they're giving me specialist pirates and pirates with long rifles. Right? So, like, this is just more options for pirates for me. But, like, if you want to play 40k with this, like, there's basically nothing you can do with it. Which is really weird. Right? But, for me, it's fantastic. Same thing with these guys. So, I would argue that this box is actually one of the worst sets of models GW has ever released. However, for games that aren't Games Workshop games, this is a phenomenal set of models. So let me explain that. So this is the Chaos Cultists set. And pretty much what you see on the back of the box here is what you're going to get. They're not going to have any options or anything like that. So if you were to play 40k with these and you wanted a squad of 20 of these, you would have 2 of this guy, 2 of that 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 guy, like that, right? Like they don't have any posability or options or anything like that, which is absolutely horrible for 40k, right? It means you're going to have this horde and they're all going to look alike. For a game like this, where I only ever want 10 of them, right? For like Stargrave or Space Station Zero or something, right? Where I only want 10 of them, the 10 really unique poses that they have are really nice. They're like super, super nice. So I like how they show off the one optional assembly. Like, this is super nice for my purposes, but if I was to like want an entire army of cultists, I would be super bummed and I would hate this kit. I'm going to be super honest though. These should not be being sold by themselves. These should have been packed in. It should have been 2 runners in one box. They should have been in the same box. All right. They are really, really nice models though. Okay, let's see. We got some auto guns. We got some choppers. We got some pistols. The chainsword. There's a tentacle armpit. There's a baseball bat with spikes through it. I don't even know what the fuck that is, but it's cool. Pistols, weird, more improvisational maces. There's a lady whose boob got ripped off. Now she has a robot arm. And lots of cool little swords. Yeah, super cool. These models are fantastic. They look awesome. Super, super look awesome. They just suck for 40k. But like I said, for my purposes, they're like god tier because they look really good. And they're going to give me a really, really nice set of like pirate shitheads and ruffians and hive scum and all that kind of stuff, right? They're perfect for that. Alright, so let's see. This guy here can have 2 different heads or 2 different pistols. And then this lady gets a different head, and you can have her with a tentacle armpit if you want to. And that's it for all of the options. Everything else is just build as it sees. All nice and easy options, though, it looks like, which is pretty cool. So that's pretty dope. Yeah. So, I mean, super simple stuff, but they look really good. And they're going to make really, really cool pirates and hive scum and cultists and all that kind of stuff. But for 40k, this model line sucks. Like, both these 2 releases for 40k are horrible. But for me, hell yeah. Alright, now let's move on to the really weird shit. This box got a little fucked up in the mail, it looks like. So this is the Accursed Cultists. So this is a set of cultists that also match the ones that the 2 sets we just looked at. But they're all like monsters and shit. So they're all like becoming demons and like space horrors and all kinds of stuff. So you're gonna get 3 bigger ones and then 5 smaller ones, and they're all like becoming weird mutants and like transforming, and like this guy's a slug, that guy's literally just a mouth, you know what I mean? This lady's exploding into tentacles. Like, it's pretty rad. It's some cool body horror stuff, and they'll go really well with the other cultists too, because they're all designed to match, which is pretty cool. Alright, so let's see what we got. Lots of greebly bits. There's a couple heads, a couple different faces there. There's that lady whose arm's becoming claw, some kind of bird hand, another head, some claw ripping out somebody's back. We got a whole bunch of crab legs. Nom nom nom. Some more gut tentacles. More people just being pulled apart. There's a big beefy arm. We got a big beefy arm. You got big bat wing. Some more claws. Some dude who's having leg lengthening. There's the tentacles for the squid guy. This dude's got a foot coming out of his foot, so he can foots while he foots. And then, let's see what we get. So there's the one lady, there's the slug guy, there's the dude with the tentacles ripping out of his back, and there's the other lady with more tentacles. And then we got the 3 big uns. Yeah, all 3 of the big uns. Yeah. So they're going to be awesome. They're just going to apply, they're just going to like give a bunch of like weird, like, what the fuck is that to the cultists and stuff, which is pretty cool. So there is a new Frostgrave solo player, or solo and co-op like campaign thing coming out. My plan is to get these painted up for that. So I have a whole bunch of like pirates and ruffians and stuff for that are all kind of like chaos themed. And then when they get into like the chaos like soldiers and stuff, I'll use my Chaos Space Marines. And it should be really nice and themed and look really good and be super, super cool. These are fantastic, though. I love these. They're just, I don't know, super cool body horror stuff, you know? And then last but not least, we have the Dark Commune. This is a really weird set. So this is intended as like an HQ set. So like an HQ crew that you field on the battlefield. I'm intending to use these as more like characters from the different games. I think that'll be kind of cool. You know, so like when they need a commander or something, my plan is to sub one of these guys in. And they're pretty neat. So you're going to get this guy with the big banner here. You're going to get two of these Nazgul looking guys, right? And they're just like big bodyguard guys. You're going to get another person with a smaller banner. And you're going to get this guy who's like wired into like a severed head. It's really neat. Super cool, grimdarky kind of thing. I thought it was pretty rad. I was about to say, them motherfuckers didn't give me enough bases. Now they gave me too many bases. Weird. Okay. I don't know how that's going to work out. They gave me 3 35s, a couple smaller ones, and 3 smaller ones. Weird. Okay. So yeah, so here's like the big chaos icon. You got some of those cool swords. Here's the dude that's like all wired in. You can see like the wires going in. Different bodies. Lots more like wires where it's like, you know, pumping the blood through him into the head. There's the big head from the chaos icon. Here's the bodies for the 2 Nazguls. Here's this this banner. Looks like it's skewered some kind of like weird Zinch creature in the banner there. There's the main lady. She's just like yelling. Where's the... Where's the like Psyker headpiece? I see like everything else except for that piece. Am I just crazy and missing it? There it is. Weird. It's like built into like the it's like built into the like gyroids and stuff. Nice. Yeah, these would be really cool. And they're gonna make really good like commanders and stuff and special mobs. For like all the cultists, right? Like I don't plan to use them as a Dark Commune. They'll make really neat characters for the like the enemy faction and Stargrave and stuff. Let's see what we got. Nice and easy. They just pop together. I do like all the tentacle-y bits and stuff coming out. Because like the lady there with the really big helmet. One of the other reasons I really like this set is this lady there also reminds me of the crazy witch lady from Destiny 2. The one that's like all about the hive. She reminds me of her. And I thought that was pretty cool. And there's how the Psyker goes together. He looks a little more complicated than the others. Because the like, this head is like floating in front of him, I guess. He's just like wired into it. Alright. This guy holding the banner. There's one of the Nazgul. There's the other Nazgul. That's it. So nice and easy. So a lot of these Chaos Cultists, a lot of them are like all monopose. But again, they're really nice looking models. They're just like literally basically all monopose. So for something like Stargrave, they are god tier models, but for something like 40k, they suck ass. Not in a good ass sucking kind of way. In a bad ass sucking kind of way. But for like Stargrave and stuff, how I want to use them, they're awesome. They're super, super great. But if you wanted like 2 units of these in the battlefield of 40k, they would all look the same. That would be super lame. But yeah, so that was the Warhammer stuff my husband got me for anniversary. He also did get me the 3D printer thing that I mentioned earlier. But I can't really show it off on camera because it's like in a case, and if I pull it out, it doesn't really look like much because it's all like little techie bits and stuff. So he also got me that, which was really nice. I'll figure out something cool to do with that. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call it there. Just wanted to show these guys off. Tons of chaos stuff. Not an absolute ton to show off with a lot of models, because a lot of them are all monopose. Like legitimately, all 4 of these are monopose, with like maybe 1 or 2 options total. Which, like I said, is awesome and fine for me. Absolutely terrible for 40k. Like absolutely horrible, but awesome for me who wants them as pirates, for pirates and ruffians and hive scum and stuff like that. These are phenomenal. About 40k, they're dog shit. And these have a ton of options. I have to figure out how to build them because they have a lot of options. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna call it there. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully it was neat to see all the different Chaos Cultist models. And you can see all the options and stuff for them, which was pretty cool. But I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to call it there. Thank you guys for watching, and